Another gorgeous day. Wait a second. That can't be right. To another beautiful broadcast. I am here with Devil's Death, and we're going to play a little bit of Invokers tournament because we can.
Hello, everybody.
Ooh, online challenge. Win 10 matches in Jungle of Orth in less than 3 days. Didn't we do that in like
We're
an
playing
hour?
a different game because I'm a poor SOB.
Didn't we do that in like an hour last time?
What, Invokers? I think so.
It's trying to give me a few basic tips. Haven't lost a game yet, and they're giving me tips. I think the only game I've lost in this was one day before we started playing. I played like an online game, and both my allies left, and it was like a 1v3, and I still like didn't let them take more than the first set of towers.
It's like, no, you are not allowed to have.
Pretty much. Like, I
You
lost,
can't have
but
this,
I
this is
still
mine.
put up a ridiculous fight. Obtaining friends
Man,
list.
people eating ice cream and not even telling me. I want some damn ice cream. I'll be back in a second.
Alright, I'm having difficulties connecting. Apparently we need to be scanned for cheats. Oh my gosh. Get it by hitting enemies and using fairy potions. Check the invocation. Each invoker has unique skills. Let's check them out in the avatar section. Oh! Wait. Yay, broadcast kept.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Peter Brian. Brian? Bayern. Ah, Peter Bayern. It is good to have you with us. Man, why is it being so fussy? We haven't done our normal not losing thing yet. Oh, well, let's not do that. Sorry about that, guys. And the game's just like, no. Uh-oh. Oh, the servers are so screwed. This game is definitely old enough to have some basic server issues like this not occurring, so why are there basic server issues like this? Where's the shop? What happened? Game wrecked. Probably should have checked the servers before I started the broadcast. That might have been a smarter thing today.
Sorry.
Hey,
Alright, I'm back.
we got some lovely server issues.
Yeah, I know. I've been having that problem too.
The game's determined
Game
we're
does not
cheating
want us to
before
play it.
we've
They're
even
like, no,
started.
you're not allowed to play. You're too good at this.
That is like so the case too.
And the funny part is that the normal matchmaking is the ranked matchmaking.
Oh man.
Yeah, I said server's error occurred obtaining the friends list. Please try again later. Like, I can get to the game itself.
Same, but try opening the blacksmith or magic shop.
Okay. Why is there a problem with those two?
I don't know, because you need to communicate with the server to let the server know what kind of gear you're holding. Please try again. There was an identification error. Please try again later. But I don't wanna.
Alright, let's try the blacksmith. Synchronizing.
Oh my god.
Now I'm in the blacksmith.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm in the blacksmith shop. Now let's go to...
I tried to open the
magic
blacksmith and it took me to signing in. Like, was I not signed in before?
I'm connected to the...
Connection timed out. Are you still having issues retrieving your friends list?
I don't know. Let me find out. Let me go into an online tournament. Yes, I understand that. Go into there, play with out team, obtain friends list. Obtaining friends list. Obtaining friends list.
Yes, not. Connection timed out. Please try again later. Oh my gosh. You would think that a game that's been out for this long would definitely have their server crap in line. Of course, then again, I can't say much. Maybe they just do regular maintenance on Mondays or something. PlayStation decided they would take themselves down, like the PlayStation Network went down for maintenance yesterday on a Sunday afternoon.
I'm not able to get the friends list to pop up.
Well, I guess I can't use a magic shop. It literally kicked me out like instantaneously. Okay, I opened the magic shop. Ooh, it let me do that.
Yeah, I can get into the magic shop and whatnot easily.
Okay, I'm repairing my equipment. Okay, it let me repair my equipment. That means if I go to the online tournament, yes, I know the online challenge is as such. Server error has occurred obtaining the friends list. Please try again later. Ah, let's look at that.
In back after the lead. So hi.
Ooh, welcome back, Dom True. It is good to have you with us. Welcome back. I already said that. I'm just gonna start talking in circles.
I can English good. I'm sorry, that was offensive. Oh wait, no I'm not.
Synchronizing.
You know what? I'm gonna try going into the other map, not just this one. See if that one will work for us.
I was still gonna have server issues. Until they bring the servers back online, we're not really gonna be able to access the servers.
I think they have a server problem.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Alright, we'll see you back in a bit. Server occurred while performing the search. Now I can't get into the magic shop. And now I can get into the magic shop. What is this madness? Repair Troner. Expector Paterner.
Yeah, I think
I
there's
have
just
family over.
some server maintenance going on today. Well, I mean, there's other things we can play.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I have enough gold to buy like Spinna.
Oh, nice.
Wait, was Sienna on the list last time we did this? I don't remember seeing
Did she
Sienna.
have that little star by her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on the list. She's actually like a 9,000 one actually.
No,
She's
there's
on
a-
sale, and at the bottom of the list, there's that the fish dude. He's the new bonus guy. He's the 1,450 cost one now.
Ah.
Is the game fun?
Ludo!
Lundo.
Oh no, I just hadn't looked at Sienna before.
Yeah,
But
she's
yeah,
like
she's
a fiery ranged character.
yeah, she's 7,200, so she got added in just like that Sigrich, whatever it is, and then the Master Sigrich.
Yeah.
It's just because I remember the Sigrich guy cost less than 2,500 before, but I guess they've amped him up to scale.
Well, no,
which
he's
means...
he's the bonus dude of today. He's like that's his like buffed up version.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, originally when we were playing before, you could buy Sigrich for like 2,000 instead of 2,500.
Ah, here we go. I can compare games with you. Here we go. So this way I know what we have and what I do have and what you don't have.
Ah, there we go. Just we have to mind the fact that not everything that we have may be downloaded, but yeah,
Well, yeah.
But we can always download
Oh,
games
you
to play together.
Eclipse? You're suck. I hate you right now. You were
It's-
Ruby Grim Eclipse. That is an awesome game I want to get.
You don't want to get it.
Why not? Is it not good?
It didn't
I
live
mean,
up
I've heard
to
some
what I
people
would.
say that it sucks, but I've also heard people say it's only good when you have a team to play with.
It's one of those games where I'm sure it would be fun as a casual play thing, but Ruby is like
So it's a hit and miss.
Like Ruby is an iconic figure in my mind and shouldn't be having cut rate games made about her. You know?
Yeah, I'll be honest, some of the gameplay I've seen of it doesn't look all that great, and I've watched some streams play it, and it looks very...
Like, it's one of those things where if you ignore the fact that it's Ruby and you just want to play a top-down beat-em-up type of deal with your friends to be
Yeah, it looks like a
casual
beat 'em
about
up
it.
slash and hack and slasher.
Yeah, like
a,
if you...
like a half grade
Yeah,
pint
exactly.
game.
You know, like if you want to just like sit down, have a cup of Joe, and play a casual game with your friends type of deal, it's not too bad. But it shouldn't be considered. You know, it shouldn't be Ruby. You can make any game like that. Ruby, you know, when you like think Ruby, you should be
You
like
think of something that's going to be top dollar game. You think of a AAA title.
yeah, like.
Your mic cut out on you.
No, it didn't cut out. I dropped my controller and tried to save it by grabbing the mic cord. It didn't work out. The controller went down and I like lifted my hand up and I'm holding the end of my cord like, thank you. That was funny. Like, lift my hand up the end of a cord. Oh, well that didn't work out so well. But yeah, when it comes to Grim Eclipse, like, when I think Ruby, if I get done playing a game that's advertised as being a Ruby game, like, my mind should be blown by the time I'm done playing. It shouldn't just kind of be like...
I think that they're going to try to make a better Ruby game. Eventually, someone's going to try to make a good version of a Ruby game. Maybe it'll be based off of the show. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be an alternate universe set one where you can create a character and like
that would be
I hope they don't
freaking
end up going in
awesome.
the direction that they took Sword Art Online with.
Yeah.
Your
Because
opinion.
that the only good games in that series is the RE Hollow Fragment and the newest game that came out, which I have is which one is it? It's
Hold up one
Hollow
second.
Realization, which is okay.
Hold up one second. Yo, Dark Sonic, what do you need my opinion on? And to match you, Devil's Death, sorry. I would say that the thing that they should do when it comes to Ruby, if they're gonna allow character customization, they should just like flat out make an MMORPG. Like, if you think about
They
it,
need to-
according to the
They
Ruby
need to
storyline,
build it from
there
the
is
ground up.
yeah, according to the Ruby storyline, there is all kinds of places that you could go and all kinds of places and like things that you could go do and be and you could participate in, being a part of the school, and they could turn it into an MMORPG where you could have like people participating in a lot of the school events and stuff like that, and then go launched out.
Like tournaments.
Yeah, and then they could add the tournaments and stuff like that in there, fine and easy, and they could actually make the school-related stuff kind of on the small side, even to make it like a HUD type of deal, where then
Yeah.
they could make a huge
They
open
could
world
kinda
environment.
they could do what Dragon Ball Xenoverse did.
I wasn't
They
in the
could take
live
all the
part
good
for some
aspects from
reason.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse and put that in there. Like, cause I'll admit, the first Xenoverse game, not bad. If you want a Dragon Ball game, it's a decent pick. It's not a great game, but it's not a bad game.
That
the
seems
second
strange,
one
Dark
is a
Sonic.
great game.
And I apologize. I haven't seen anything to do with Dragon Ball Xenoverse or anything like that, but like my thinking is that they could like use the fact that there's the college for what, like witch hunters or whatever it is in Ruby, like as a HUD point for characters to operate, and then they could like go into real places in the Ruby storyline, like real places
Yeah.
in the world, and fight
Like
off.
Beacon, Vale, Atlas.
Yeah, and they could go fight off the darkness or whatever in those areas, and then there could also be like world events where certain
New
parts of the
Dragon Ball
storyline
Fighters
occur,
game
like
coming out.
you know how at the very end, like the
festival.
train started happening, like they tried to ram
Yeah.
the train into Beacon or something like that. Like real world events can occur, and they can have like 12 hours of Beacon either being in like in ruins from the damage or like damage repair, where like new players in medium levels can't like be in certain areas based on whether or not the events were successfully defended or whether there just weren't enough
And they could
people
have
at the
like a
time.
faction system built into it.
Mhm.
You know, those who.
Well, I mean, there were the
Support.
different teams and stuff at Beacon. You could be like, they could have like a faction system like that where they have teams that either people can group up in groups of 4, or they can make like generalization where you could be on like one actual team that was determined in the game, like in the movies. So like you could be a part of Team Ruby and do certain like events according to the storyline of Team Ruby, and
Yeah,
then
like
you
have
could be
storyline events where you play as the characters from Ruby, but then also have standalone things where you can create a character.
Well, I mean, I could
But
see it
to
being
have all
either
that,
or.
They need funding, and I mean, granted, Ruby has a very broad fan base. It's not all that large.
That's
sad
true.
to say.
Yeah.
And honestly, the Grim Eclipse game is probably what they got out of the funding.
Grim Eclipse is a sad excuse for a game.
It honestly is. I mean, but
I mean-
it still looks like a fun game to play.
I mean, it doesn't seem terrible for a casual hack and slash beat 'em up, but when I started playing, like, I immediately noticed things about the game that pissed me off, like barriers in the game that made no sense being there. As well as, like, when you
yeah,
started, like,
that's-
beating on enemies randomly when you were fighting, various different attacks would be substantially louder than other attacks, so your character would be like, hup, hip, hup, hup, hi, hup, hup, hup. Like,
Freaking
like,
Legend of Zelda levels of hit.
yeah, exactly. But at least in Zelda, it makes sense because every like third attack is louder than the second or first. You know, like. Like on Grim Eclipse, it just didn't make sense. Like your first and second attack would be loud, your third would be like quiet. Like where'd your emphasis go? And then like the fourth attack would be like
Where'd
screaming.
Your enthusiasm yeah.
And
Like, where'd your
just,
enthusiasm go?
at random intervals, like the attacks would just be like random volumes. It's like, I mean, I've done game coding. It is not difficult to set a volume rate for an action. It should not be randomized. There is no reason that the coding should give a random volume for an attack. None. Yeah. Not to mention like the combat. What was that?
You have Evolve?
I mean, I have a disc copy of it here, but I doubt that I have the current version installed.
Oh, I mean, I have a disc copy too, and I don't have it updated either. I mean, we could play that if you wanted to. Now, granted, now there's a game that honestly failed, sadly. Was Evolve. That, and it has such good gameplay in it. It's honestly a good game. It's just.
Honestly, when I started playing Evolve, I felt like it should have been an MMORPG.
I'm downloading that game.
I kind of felt that too, but I felt like that would have also held it back if it was that way.
I know,
like,
but I mean, like,
it would have put restrictions on what it couldn't.
Like, I don't know. I just like when you entered the level, it didn't feel like it was supposed to be a 4-on-1 human versus monster battle arena. It felt like you entered a world where you should be like fighting off potentially anything. Multiple monsters, ground things, flying things. Like, you should have entered there with the objective of hunting your way carefully through the forest to like get to some objective or something, not to like fight for your very life. Not to mention, when I played it, I think they've balanced it out a little bit, so I've heard, but when I played it, it seemed like the monster always had such a ridiculous advantage. Like, it was zero issue for a monster to jump in, wipe me out, and then leave and then come back for the rest of my team. Because I always played healer, so it was
so
like
easy to do that.
Like, the monster could jump
the game
in
when it first came out. If you were the monster, guaranteed win. Literally, unless you had the DLC characters, which at the time had not been nerfed or buffed, so they were slightly overpowered in some aspects. And then came out the DLC monsters, which honestly shouldn't have been included. That the characters and the monsters should not have been DLC things. They should have just been free.
Yeah. But along with that, like, I don't know, I had just such a big issue with, like, being the monster was, like, a guaranteed win every single time. And I mean, like, I'm talking from the perspective of the healer. Every single time I played as the healer, the monster would come out of nowhere, snatch you, and disappear, leaving the rest of your team just kind of twiddling their thumbs.
And to be honest, if you're not the assault or the healer, you're a lower priority to the monster.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the trapper is like important, but not really. And then there's the engineer, which honestly serves no purpose at all. That was another failure. Like, the only ones that serve any real purpose that can actually do anything is the robot, and who else? I think it's just the robot.
Bucket. Whoops.
Okay, it's like the only engineer one that that's actually worth bringing, because he has the turrets, and then he has his recon head.
See, the funny thing about that was, though, is that I started playing support just a little bit for the hell of playing it, and I realized that everybody who played a support character was 8 years old, because the support had the ability to keep the healer alive, and I never got that support. Like, as the healers, you know, in the healer standpoint, I never once had a support throw any kind of protection on me. Especially not when the monster was trying to grab me. Like, Like they always thought they were supposed to be
I'm
gunning
actually
them
gonna
off.
plug Evolve in, and I'm actually gonna give it a whack again just to play it.
You know what? I'm with you on that. I think... Oh, watch me accidentally shut my PlayStation off. Which button
Then
is
again,
it?
that's it. That's only if I can play it without PlayStation Plus. Which I don't know if I will or be able to or not. I'm not sure.
Ooh. I mean... I would think that they would have their own servers.
I mean, I'm looking on the box and I'm trying to figure out if it needs it or not. I'm not sure.
Oh, I know why it's yelling at me. There isn't any disc in here. Since Destiny kept, like, reinstalling itself, I just took the disc out and didn't pretend to... Tried to convince my PlayStation that I didn't own Destiny anymore. So it would stop trying to install updates for it.
Let's see. Let's
There we
start
go.
application without updating, and then I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna take a look around and see what it needs. Because if it does need online, I'm gonna be kind of pissed because I've honestly enjoyed this game before. I don't have a whole lot. Oh, I'm excited for that new guy to come out can't even say the name of the game. Paragon. God, that name is so hard to remember sometimes. I'm looking forward to seeing this dude because he seems interesting. Like, have you seen the video for him?
Alright, Dr. Sonic. Well, you do that. Let me know. And to the rest of my beautiful viewers, I'm going to end the broadcast here because clearly this game has got no living
Not gonna
servers
work with
right
us.
now. All
We
right.
could do Paragon while we wait for Evolve to download.
That's a possibility. We'll talk about that after I end the stream here and we'll see what we come up with. So, until the next stream begins, I am looking forward to seeing you beautiful people on the next broadcast. See you there.